Welcome to Love Them Knives channel. I've got me a hang card with an EKA knife made in Sweden. They've been making them since 1882, called the Swede 9. So that's how I open my cards right here. And of course we got a little sharpener here, and then a fire starter that I got with it as well. So we'll be going out in the national park and starting. I'm just kidding. No, we're not going to start any fires. And in here is also a lanyard, so you can tie it around your neck. Now get rid of our little card there and see what we've got here. This is an inexpensive little knife, like 49 bucks. So it's under $50, but it's Sandvik steel, Swedish steel. What's that doing on a Swedish knife? So, yeah. And they don't really have much billboarding going on here other than here, EKA Swede 9 Swedish Sandvik steel. Oh, you go on to Lamnia. I'll give you, there's stuff. Lamnia, kind of their story of Finland. And their little bio thing that you can click on and take a look at how they came together and what they do, and now they're big, And they ship to the U.S., but very cool. Like I said, 47 bucks. So I'll give you the link to that. But there's some other of these EKA knives that are this kind of handle here, and G10 or FRN that are very inexpensive and different designs. Here's the information on the knife. You get a mini fire sharp, all that. The HRC hardness for 12C27, and it's G10, etc. sharpening device. So little lock back. Here we go. Easy to deploy. Just roll it around with your thumb. And of course, like I said, it locks in place. Here you go. Check it out. Back here. It's centered up. Ambidextrous thumb studs. Deep carry pocket clip. I guess your lanyard fits around here. This is really kind of a very obvious companion to maybe going camping. Let's see how it is out of the box. And it's reasonably sharp. Yeah, not bad. Pretty good working edge. Nice to have the little accoutrements with you, especially if you are going to be out camping and outdoor hiking, doing that kind of thing. Let's see what we got for weight on this little pace. And it's 128 grams. So it's 4.5 ounces. So not terribly heavy, and of course, it's a reasonably good-sized knife. Pretty close to the paramilitary too. Yeah, not quite 3.5-inch blade length. Down here, yeah, but more like 87 millimeter, 3.35-inch blade overall. If you're going to get way out to the end, then you're almost 8.25, but not quite, and not quite 21 centimeters. Blade stock, not terribly heavy. 0.095. which is 2.4, so about 2.5 millimeter blade thickness, and 12.3 millimeters, 0.48. So it's not real fat this way. Blade stock is relatively reasonably thin, so that's good. Looks like you could pierce, slice. You got a thumb ramp that's jimped, so you can get right up on that. Orange G10, pretty optic, which, kind of reminds me of why you would have this out on a camping trip. Also, take a look at the hardware here. It's screwdriver accessible, which means you could probably use a lot of different things to loosen these screws and open this knife up. And we will take the scale off just to take a look inside for the heck of it. But yeah, ergos are reasonable here. This feels comfortable in the hand. I feel pretty locked in here. Reverse grip. Reverse grip, not bad. Not bad. Kind of feeling this here with this finger, but no, not bad at all. And I did see a bunch of other designs of the EKA that I thought looked interesting. So I might do more of that line because they're a budget-oriented knife. They look pretty rugged. I'm happy with Sandvik steel. I think that's great. And it's unusual, It's not something I see floating around in the US a bunch. So this Lamnia, even though they're popular in Europe, might be a consideration for some USA buyers to take a look at as well. Fit and finish on this knife seems pretty good. I mean, no sharp edges or anything. And it looks like you've got some steel liners in here as well that are embedded inside the scales. Scales are grippy. Got a lot of traction here. And like I said, that pocket clip, of course, right hand tip up only, but it's deep carry. So that's good. Can I go one-handed with this? Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Not real easy, but because of the position I have to be in to release the blade, but yeah, I can handle it one-handed, and the design seems to flow pretty good into the bolster here, down here. Let's see how much, well, actually the length of the blade to handle usage, not as good as I'd like to see. But when it opens, see this raises up here because this is raising up back here. So this comes up where your blade hits when it gets all the way in there. Well, that's a little bit more of an engineering situation. So I think they could have made the blade a little bit longer, probably 3.5. Anybody got a screwdriver? Yeah, there you go. Well, let's see which way this comes out. Let me see which way this comes out. Yes. Don't fight upstream. Just take it the easiest way. And here comes the screw for that. And now I've got decisions to make. Well, let me take this out from the tail. Looks like a little longer screw in the tail than in the head. Other than that, they look pretty similar. And that looks like a D-shaped pivot, so you weren't going to have a lot of success unscrewing this from the front, I don't think. I think it's time to take the pocket clip off, because that's the only way that we are going to get to the screw that's underneath holding this thing on this side. There we go. There's a pocket clip come off. And what do we got? Yeah, we got this right through here. This is one solid piece coming through the tail. Underneath where the pocket clip is. So obviously this is made to, come out here. Let's take a little closer look at this. Okay, we got a liner here. And then we got our lock bar in place. Okay, we got that off. So we got it apart all right. And here we go. Here's the liner, and of course it's got these two pins here. And they're going to hold this spring in place to come up and support here. And then we've got the bronze washer right there. And there we got the lock bar. And that's how it fits into place there. So, D-shaped pivot, as I said before. And it's not pushing back through, and I'm not going to force it. But yeah, there you go. That's how that rolls. This is what it's going to be. All right, got the knife reassembled, but probably still need to do some adjusting on the lock bar. So, no, this is not one that's probably a great idea to disassemble. But we did it just to look inside regardless, and it might end up being a fixed blade. God only knows. Regardless, there we go. The Swede 9 from EKA Knives. I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You know what we do. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.